Welcome. Thanks for the opportunity to speak to you about the Edmonton Neighbourhood Watch. My name is Anne-Marie Thivierge. I'm the president of the Edmonton Neighbourhood Watch Program Society. Bart McClinton is a program coordinator. First of all, I would like to say a little bit about Edmonton Neighbourhood Watch very briefly. We are a volunteer organization run by a number of volunteers. We have about 2 staff, volunteer staff, as well as Bart, who is the staff program coordinator. So thank you so much. Just through our slides and presentation, you're going to hear a little bit about our programs and what we do. We have a volunteer board of directors who we meet on a monthly basis, and we create new programs and we discuss strategies. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. We'd like to thank you all for having us here tonight, and we're pleased to talk to you about Neighborhood Watch. We are people helping people preventing crime. But before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge what Kelly also acknowledged, that the Edmonton Neighborhood Watch Program Society wishes to acknowledge that we are located on Treaty 6 territory and respect the histories, languages, and the cultures of First Nation, Métis, Inuit, and all First Peoples, whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community. I know we all agree on that, and we can never mention it too often. So just to talk a little bit about Neighborhood Watch and who we are, give you a little bit of background and a little history as to what we do. Since 1978, Edmonton Neighborhood Watch has been working to make Edmonton communities safer. We do this by encouraging neighbors to interact with one another and spreading important information about crime prevention. For many reasons, having a close-knit and well-informed community is much safer for its residents. And we're going to be talking about community. Community is going to be, when we talk about crime, we're going to be talking about crime, we're going to be talking about safety, and we're going to talk about community, because there's nothing that is more important to preventing crime than community. And this is the core to Neighborhood Watch, and the core, and you'll see, and it's an overlying theme that you'll see over and over again. To get started, I want to talk about safety. We're going to talk about safety. What is safety? Safety is defined as a state in which hazards and conditions leading to physical, psychological, or material harm are controlled to preserve the health and well-being of individuals and the community. The operative word here is controlled. We cannot stop bad people from doing things. There are internet crimes, there are telephone crimes, there are street crimes. There is crime. Unfortunately, the 21st century is prevalent with crime, and no matter what we do, it's not going to go away. There's nothing we can do to stop it. But what we can do is learn as much as we can about it. Learn about what we call be aware and be prepared. And then from there, we talk about community and how we look out for each other. So the combination of being aware and being prepared and working together as a team and as a community will help to make us safe. Why Neighborhood Watch? Well-informed residents can be the eyes of the police and the community. Residents who are actively participating in their neighborhood and who know their neighbors are more likely to look out for each other and less likely to commit crimes against one another. This is why Edmonton Neighborhood Watch was formed and why so many Edmonton communities have Edmonton Neighborhood Watch representatives. What is Neighborhood Watch? Neighborhood Watch is an organization that helps residents in a particular neighborhood prevent or reduce crime, develop positive rapport with law enforcement, and become the eyes and the ears of our police department. There's nothing that we can do more to help our police department than to work together with our police department. And they do appreciate it. They greatly appreciate it. At Neighborhood Watch meetings, residents discuss and plan potential solutions to address the areas of crime problems in their community. It's also a great way to meet and get to know your neighbors, once again, about community. And it enhances everyone's safety and quality of life. What's better in life than getting to know your neighbors, get familiar with your community? It encourages diversity, it encourages inclusion, and it encourages just a better life. And that's all. And that's all that we're trying to propose when we talk about Neighborhood Watch. And Anne-Marie will be talking about our particular programs and the way that we go about this shortly. Neighborhood Watch groups are programs that teach techniques to reduce the risk of being victimized at home and in the public. Neighborhood Watch programs are programs that train citizens to recognize and report suspicious activities. And this will be a common theme that we'll go over again and again and again. Report, report, report. Neighborhood Watch programs are programs that teach participants how to make sure their homes are secure and how to properly identify their property. This comes down to safety tips and things that we can talk about, and we can give forums on this. We can come out to community leagues, we go to seniors' homes, we can go to groups and talk about all different types of ways that we can do this, and it's about education as well. We are also, Neighborhood Watch groups are programs that allow neighbors to get to know each other and their routine so that unusual activity can be reported and investigated. Once again, it's about community. If we know each other, we're familiar with each other's practices, we're easy and able to look out for each other, and we care enough to look out for each other. And then we also bring citizens together to address the needs and issues that concern the entire community. Neighborhood Watch groups are not vigilante forces working outside the normal procedures of law enforcement. We are also not programs designed for participants to take personal risks to prevent crime. We're not out there trying to stop crime. We're not the vigilante guys saving the day. We're the guys, we're the eyes and the ears. And we are also, as much as we would like to be, we are not 100% guaranteed that crime will not occur in the neighborhood. As much as we try and as much as we can, that's just a reality we just can't make. We have terrific programs, and there's nobody that can speak better about these programs than Anne-Marie, so I'm going to turn it back over to our president, Anne-Marie Thivierge, and Anne-Marie can go with that. Thank you.
Thank you, Bart. We have several programs: Block Party, Walk Your Block Awareness, Neighborhood Watch Sign Door Sticker Program, Seniors Program, which is a new development, new communities program. Block parties. Everybody probably hear about block parties. I'm sure the audience here, have you been to a block party before? Perfect. If you're having another one, see us. We get everything free. We give you food free. We help you set up. We do everything for you. You just have to fill out a form and that's it. So the block party is one of our most significant programs, especially through summer and hopefully through winter seasons as well. So this is developed to get to know your neighbors. This is the first step we train all our volunteers. When we train them, we have a 4-hour meeting with all our 4-hour training with all our volunteers. This is one of the first things we ask them to try and do to bring their neighbors together. The most important thing is building a relationship, understanding different groups of individuals in the community. You cannot just have an event without understanding and build the trust with your neighbors. That's far important to be the first step, in my opinion, and the ENW opinion, is to build that relationship, welcoming people from different areas, different groups into your community. That's the first thing. So ENW is working with partners on the program, brings neighbors together to get to know one another, builds a sense of community. That's important as we're going to, no matter what programs we have, that's the main thing, is to build a sense of community and safety. Help create crime watch communities. This is just a block party just to tell you that you can have your block party, you can create a block party event. We'll assist you with that invitation. Another program is the Walk Your Block. Through the pandemic, this program was so elevated. People contact us more than ever. We want to do something to prevent crime in the neighborhood. So because of the restrictions of COVID, we said, you know what? Walk your block. You walk every day. You go and pick up your mail. You walk your dog, your pet. You go on a ride on your bicycle. You walk just for fresh air. So Walk Your Block is a good program. Who you walk your block. Take a walk in your neighborhood whenever you like to prevent crime before it happens. Just look around your neighborhood. See if it's a shrub need to be trimmed. See if your roads are in a proper condition. See if there's any unusual activities in your neighborhood. It's very, very important. Just be aware when you walk. There's another little sign. A hip person walking around, He's enjoying the neighborhood. He's proud of his neighborhood. So why not? Different ways of registering to Walk Your Block. I won't go through all the details because of time restrictions. Edmonton Neighbourhood Watch can track the success of your walk. The Edmonton Police, knowing that you can, if you see anything unusual in your community, you can call us, or if it's in something that's happening right away that's need an emergency, call 911. And the city of Edmonton also is another community that's very involved, and local businesses. Get to know the businesses in your community as well. What to do while you walk your block? As I mentioned before, just a few things. Just look around your surroundings. Before familiar with the homes and vehicles that belong in your neighborhood, because you can see if that vehicle been parked a very long time in your neighborhood and it's not been moved for a month or two. It may be someone visiting a home for vacation, but if it's anything that you sense that's strange, talk to a neighbor about it as well. And then you can call Edmonton Police Service and say, there's an unusual vehicle here, been here for a while. I'm not going to go through this, as I just mentioned before. The awareness program. Edmonton Neighbourhood Watch as a social media program. We have a Facebook account. We have, of course, our website. And some communities has their own Facebook group. So where you can speak to the different neighbors on what's actually currently happening in your neighborhood. There's different crimes being solved because of the group Facebook. It's very, very important that you get to know which Facebook you're joining, because you shouldn't be joining any Facebook group if you don't know them. Just do a check on them to make sure they're legit. That's important. The awareness program has 5 key areas. Edmonton website, as I mentioned, social media, printed materials, volunteer training, presentation of promotion and partnership. Now, one of the things that we do understand, some seniors do not have access to internet service, or sometimes by cell phone. So we making sure that all our materials are also be printed for seniors. We are working right now to print the materials in several different languages. More money, we need more grants, more donations to do that. But we want to make sure we reach out to a variety of different groups. The demographics is very important to us. Edmonton Neighbourhood Watch sign program. I don't know if you have seen a lot of Edmonton Neighbourhood Watch signs in the neighborhood. You have to speak to me. I have to give you to put up a sign. I will do that free for you. We just have to talk. Thanks. So this is the newest sign. This is important because it does deter. Everything you do in the program does deter crime. Believe it or not. You may not think it does, but if someone coming into your neighborhood and see that sign, or see the community neighbors are talking and walking around and sharing, that's a deterrent, because they know that you care about your community. Again, the watch signs I mentioned before, of course, the most apparent advantage of Neighborhood Watch is that it lowers your risk of crime. E&W signs are available in the communities that have a Neighborhood Watch sign program. For more information, you can contact Edmonton Neighbourhood Watch. This door sticker program is one of our more expensive programs. This program is you complete to your neighbor, go to your neighbor, introduce yourself. You ask your neighbor, do you care about your community? Is there anything that you want to discuss on a crime that probably happened in your community? And see how you can arrange and help them discuss, okay, let us have a block party, let us meet. And once they fill out the form, or you fill out the form for them, you leave them the door sticker. The door sticker shows that they do care about their community. If anyone visited their home, they said, I'm proud to be in the neighborhood I live in. I'm proud to look after my neighbors. I watch out for each other. That's the most important thing. And you're always going to have a nosy neighbor in your community, which is great, by the way. It's so great. Learn to recognize who and what belongs in your neighborhood. So they fill out the form, they stick it, sometimes they stick it on their door, their window, or their mailbox. Practice crime prevention strategies to protect yourself and your property. As I mentioned before, everyone encouraged who is a victim of crime to report to the police. That's what our door sticker looks like. So, I'm looking that everyone can come and visit us, and you get a door sticker. It's a 4-hour training. There's a certain things that you have to go through. And we provided our E&W representatives with the door stickers and all of our resource materials as well. And we support them by going through what they need to do throughout after their full training. It's all free, by the way. The word free should entice you all to join. Thank you. That's us. Yeah. New development communities. Residents who move into new homes in developing neighborhoods experience unique crime challenges, particularly throughout the construction phase. As residents move into their new homes, they can experience construction site crimes as well. Now, one of the things that new development communities have experience with is a lot of theft on construction sites. Because some of the homes are so far apart that the perpetrator will come around 10 o'clock at night until 3 in the morning, and they will steal any materials on site or even break into the home. And it's a lot of dollars being spent. So I would say to someone, a new developer or homeowner that doesn't live in a neighborhood, please find the closest neighbor and say, introduce yourself and say, this is who I am. I'm building a new home. If there's anything happen, can you notify me? So this is something that is, we really, really understand that there's a lot of crime rate in this area. There is power in numbers. That's true when it comes to decreasing crime in your neighborhood. The more people together, the better deterrent of crime. Get to know each other. That connection allows you to get to know your neighbors and their patterns. Especially in winter, a lot of people drive through their backyard. You don't see them until summertime when they're barbecuing. Have your barbecue in front of your home instead of in the backyard. Some people do. So that's a great connection. To summarize, reduce the risk of crime, develop a sense of self-empowerment, which is so important, no matter what you do, whether it's for E&W or any of your organization you volunteer with or work with. Cultivate neighborhood accountability. Develop a relationship with the police department or any other law enforcement department, RCMP, different agencies. Try and reach out. Try and build that relationship. Learn preventive and safety techniques, even for your family. If there's a fire, where do you go for everybody, all the loved ones to be in one spot? So different safety aspects. Those have to be crime prevention. Get your finger on the rising trends. Understand what's going on in your community. Listen to the news, probably Facebook or whatever. Understanding, call us and say, what's happening on the crime? There's crime mapping. We can show you how to do the crime mapping. Just enjoy yourself, and feeling safe is very important. Some countries don't have that capabilities, and we have to be thankful and grateful for the community, the city of Edmonton we live in. There's things that happen around. We never 100% being grateful, but that's important. That's about Edmonton Neighbourhood Watch. Any questions? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.